Hi, everyone. It's good to have you online. It's good to have you this month of July. Thank you so much for joining in. It's exciting to have you here again. It's exciting to have you join us for this month's mentorship series. Thank you for staying with us through. Thank you for always being a part of Zaza Development Initiative journey and this learning process. This month, we are also going to be doing a lot of knowledge exchange and a lot of sharing with our mentors, Oluwadamilola, Abdullahi Aputieri, and Bayan Harris. And I look forward to having everyone just exchange knowledge, share from their different areas of expertise and backgrounds. I'm very sure that it's going to be an exciting time today. We're still waiting for our mentors to join in. I'm sure that they would be here soon, but we are very keen on timing. So we wouldn't want to keep you waiting because we know you're already here. I look forward to all of the engagements that we will be having. And I hope that you please drop your questions, drop your contributions, and we would love to just engage. Before we start off, please let's know where you're joining in from. Let's know who you are, introduce yourself, tell us what you do, why you're here, your expectation for today, and let's kickstart. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. It's lovely to have you here. Very lovely. Okay. Well, everyone introduces themselves. I will just keep the music going. So that's, yes. All right. Please keep your introductions coming. Keep your introductions coming. Please keep introducing yourself. Let's just give this 2 more minutes. Thank you. Let's hear how's your weekend been? Wherever you're joining from, how has the weekend been? How was your week? Let's feel the pulse in the room. My week has been very rainy, very chill. It's been pretty cold and lovely. I love the weather. I wish it could stay this way for as long as possible. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful weather. Mm, let's hear from you. Miracles are what you do. 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 Miracles. You can do miracles. Miracles, miracles. One, two, three, four. Count 'em all. Can't even count 'em all. Can't even count 'em all. Can't even count 'em all. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Zakoya, how are you?
How are you?
I'm doing very good,
Thank
thank
you
you.
so much for joining.
Sure,
Uh,
thank you.
Awesome. So, guys, we have our first mentor in the house. Drum roll. Thank you so much for taking out time to be here. We do not take it for granted at all. It's exciting to see you. It's been a long time, a really long
Very
time.
long, very long.
This is 3 years, almost 3 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness. How have you
yeah, three
been?
years. Well, I've been good, although I know we first met in 2022 at the Mandela Washington Federal at Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the very year we returned, I had a tragedy that struck me. My mom passed.
Yeah. Sorry
That
about that.
left,
I
yeah,
remember.
that it was a very difficult time for me. It took up to
Mhm.
a whole almost 2 years to get over that
Oof.
because this was my best friend, my everything. She was a single mother, and so she did a whole lot. So it took me a whole while. That's why even if you check in the our alumni chat room, you don't see you at certain point in time I wasn't quite active for almost 2 3 years. Those are all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I've gotten over that now. Although it's still there, the pain of losing a mother. But things has been good. Things has been good. Um,
Mm.
and I just been focusing on my work, my initiative, and what I'm so passionate about, and that has kept me going. Yeah, but things have been good. I also been following you though. You're doing great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can imagine. So sorry about that again. I remember. And
Yeah,
I don't imagine that it has been easy. We never forget family. We never forget even people who are just friends and the memories
yeah,
and all. So I'm
yeah.
glad that you're pulling through and
Oh,
you're still doing amazing work. I see the very, very amazing work that you're doing. I am super, super proud of you.
yeah. Thank you.
Super, super proud of
Yeah, I
you.
got a great team, and
It's been beautiful watching what you're doing. I'm sure Liberia is really proud of you.
hopefully,
And yeah.
yeah. So it's
Okay.
been great.
So
I've just been.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm trying to see. The second person says he's backstage, but I can't seem to find him though. Okay, so just give me. Okay, just give me a few minutes, guys. All right, let's see if we can get Damilola on stage. Let's see if we can get Damilola on stage. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So I'm not sure what's going on right now. Okay. Let's see. Just to cross check. Ben, did you have any challenge getting in, connecting?
Um, so I I didn't uh I didn't have the app on my phone, like the StreamYard app. So
Okay, okay.
yeah, so that was just a little challenge. Had to download the app on my phone to
Oh,
be
so
able to
sorry about
connect.
that.
So probably maybe you need to send him the link. I don't know whether he has it, but if he
Yeah,
does,
I
then
just did that. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So sorry, everyone. These are the little challenges we have with technology, but I'm sure we will sort it out. So, okay. 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 Well, while we're still working on that, I think we'll just kick off and just keep following up on our second guest. So, welcome on board, everyone. Again, thank you for joining the June Mentorship Series. Um, Apologies for the technological challenges. It happens, but we appreciate you and we're glad that you're able to join in this conversation. And we hope that we're going to have a great time. Just a quick introduction. My name is Zugwai. My name is Zugwai Tagwai. I am the team lead for Zaza Development Initiative. And just a quick overview of what Zaza is about. Zaza Development Initiative is a not for profit, non political organization that is located in Nigeria, and Nigeria is in West Africa. However, our programs and our engagement cuts across the whole of Africa and the globe. We are focused on creating a sustainable Africa through our civic education, mentorship, capacity building, and community engagement initiatives. We believe that it is important to not just create awareness or sensitize people on social change and policies, but to also engage them through capacity building and also equipping them with tools that they need and also opportunities and platforms they can leverage on towards building a better and brighter future that provides equal access for everyone. Some of the initiatives or programs that we carry out at Zaza Development Initiative includes our outreach programs to the internally displaced persons, with our hosts, um, adopted community. We're the hosts. Our adopted community being WASA, internally displaced persons community here in the FCT. And we also carry out our monthly mentorship series, which we call Living Letters, to help in building the capacity of young people through practical leadership development. We believe that its representation matters. It is what you see daily and engage with that you're able to build towards. It's easy for us to just tell stories and also encourage people to be better, to build better, to keep dreaming and in order to achieve things. But then it's another thing, and it's even more powerful when they're able to see people like them and they're able to relate to the stories, the life stories of these persons, which is why we leverage on our network across Africa. If you've been a part of our journey so far, you will notice that we've had speakers from DRC, from Zambia, speakers from Liberia today, Nigeria, from Cameroon, from Kenya, and so on. So we believe that there are young people across Africa doing amazing work in various spaces. And if we're going to encourage young people to build better, to do more, and to be part of the development of their communities and Africa as a whole, then we should be able to point to other young people who are already doing it, who have been able to scale challenges and are still scaling, as reference points for these ones to be encouraged, which is why we do what we do. And today we are very, very grateful that, like previous mentors, we were able to reach out to these mentors who are very busy, very amazing, doing great things in their corners, and they willingly agreed to be a part of this. Thank you so much. We do not take this for granted. We appreciate your presence, we appreciate your time, and we look forward to learning from you. So, without any more delay, we would like to introduce our first mentor in the person of Bayan Harris. Thank you again. We will kick off the conversation with you with our first question. Bayan, you have done a lot. I don't want to break the ice and tell people, so we let them hear from your mouth. We want to just know what has been that defining moment for you. We know that as a young person, something pushed you, something made you start, something has kept you going. We want to know, what was that decision that you made in your journey that shaped your whole leadership style? I know that you run an initiative, so you're not just working in a system, you actually are a leader taking care of other young people and pushing them to do better. So, what is that one thing, one moment, one decision that pushed you and shaped who you are today as a leader? You're muted.
Sorry, are you getting me now?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I was saying thank you for the question. And yeah, so one thing that motivated me to begin to do what I do, um, I would love to begin with my journey first, coming to the youth development space. So I grew up in a home and that was in a slum and disadvantaged and marginalized community. So in Liberia, I know like other African countries around the world, countries where you have a lot of horse cluster together. You have a lot of underdeveloped activities, under development happening in those different communities we normally regarding as slums communities. And so growing up in those areas where you see a lot of young people involved into drugs, involved into a whole lot of other activities, and coming from a background where you do not have the means to of the pivotal movement for me was an institution called the Young Men Christian Association that was in my community, and they were involved into youth development activities. And so my engagement with the YMCA over time helped me to develop skills. I participated in different programs and leadership joining, but I could see that my community, there were a lot of young people like me were who were lacking a lot and were facing so many challenges. And there was a need to change that narrative around. And so there was an opportunity for a training for young people in a program called the Subject to Citizen uh, uh, Continental Engagement Programs that was organized by the African Alliance of YMCA, which I was fortunate to have participated in. And that program opened my eyes to a whole lot. It allowed me to see the challenges African youth were facing in and across the different countries in Africa that I had the opportunity to travel to. It allowed me to also see myself in other young people. But also, most importantly, one thing we were asked to do in that engagement was what can we do to change the African narrative? Because a lot of young people, with all of the challenges that we face in Africa, young people believe that the solution is across the ocean in Western countries, whereas the solution is here with us, and we are the ones who can change Africa. We are the ones can dream the kind of Africa we want to see, and can make that Africa and that make that dream become a reality. And so it was from that background that I said, no, I need to uh, begin to take some action. First, in my own life, to develop myself, develop my skill set that will prepare me for the challenges that I want to address. And so I had to push myself through school. I had to push myself through different trainings and all that. But most importantly, young people were being denied the opportunity to venture into spaces that gave them the opportunity to be able to form part of decision making. And then with the issue of climate change, growing up in a slum community, I experienced flooding. I saw people die from flooding. Uh, and I saw how women and girls and young people were being affected by the impact of climate change. Those were a pivotal movement that helped me to now begin to say these are issues that are serious, that are real. And if there's no one to begin to change the narrative, I can begin from to begin to take small steps that can lead to a greater change. It was from that moment that I started to take initiatives by uh, starting small in my community with other like-minded young people. And it was from that point that my institution was born. And so I started working, volunteering with the YMCA in slum communities, including mine, to work with young people in taking an initiative in their own different communities. Over the years, when I thought I've grown and have acquired more skills, I now begin to say, I think I can now begin to start an initiative that can go beyond, start to engage in the bigger activities. But starting an initiative in Africa is difficult when you do not have the resources to do all that you want to do, and so it becomes a challenge. And so one of the first thing I thought to do was with the issue of climate, the impact of climate change affecting different communities, and young people not having a voice. There are decisions being made at the local level, at the national level. Young people are not being part of these decisions. I think I need to create a space or a platform that can bring young people across the table with national decision makers so that they can be able to hear from young people that have been affected by this problem themselves, and maybe that will allow them to be able to respect the views and opinions of young people, and young people can be able to make their voices heard. And so in 2021, uh, I wrote a a proposal for organizing a program termed the Youth Environment and Climate Action Summit. And that summit was intended to bring young people from the 15 political subdivisions of Liberia, from marginalized slum communities, and bringing together young people that have been affected by the impact of climate change, young people that have been denied to uh, 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 participate in key decision making in their local communities, to now come at the national level to be able to engage national leaders. It was a difficult process. In fact, I doubt that I would have my team, the other young people that I brought on board, doubted that we could achieve that. We mean to bring close to 250 young people from all across the country. And so we started looking out for opportunities, because in a country where you have unemployment being very high, to organize a program where you want to charge young people to pay, or to be able to raise resources to bring young people from all across the area, they have to transport themselves, it was quite difficult. And so we thought that program was going to be a failure, because that program was the pivotal, was the beginning of our movement, was the beginning of our organization. And so an attempt for us to fill, meaning the entire idea was filled. So we started looking out for resources, but at the same time, engaging different stakeholders. Unfortunately for us, we were able to knock on the doors of the UN, and was able to inform them about the importance of this program and how it supports the global UN efforts in addressing climate change globally, and especially in the global south. And so we were able to have support, and that brought young people from across the 15 political subdivision. And that program gave us that visibility. For the first time, we had young people from disadvantaged community coming across the table to meet with national leaders, and were able to speak to them directly about the challenges they are facing. And of course, we were able to come up with a policy statement that they presented to the government, and the government took them seriously. And so when we ended that program, it felt so unreal that an initiative that was just an idea, something that we dream about, had now become a reality. And so that gave birth to the movement that I started. And of course, yeah, other people who saw the need, and were impressed by the program that we organized, decided to begin to support. And there were a lot of other young people who believed in the vision that we shared with them, and thought that what we did was important. And so they went back to the different areas, and that's how this journey for me started. And when that happened, I told myself I was never going back to just be a normal person anymore. The fact that I believe in what I believe in, and I want to change the narrative in my community, and I've taken just one step. I believe I can take several other steps moving forward. And so those were the defining movement for me that changed my mindset from um, depending on other people to solve my problem at my community level, to begin to take action as a young person to shift the narrative in our country. And so, yeah, just from a small idea from a small slum community, it went to a national initiative. And today we are not just only effecting change nationally, we are effecting change on the continent, especially in the West, in West Africa, the sub-region, but also globally. And yeah, we've represented young people at the global level, and we continue to inspire a lot of young people to also believe in themselves and believe that change is possible for Africa, for us to change the African narrative. It will be left with us as young Africans to begin to take those small steps that can lead to bigger change tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Bayan. That was Thank you so much, Bayan. That was a very, very long journey. I can imagine how tedious it was. I know now you're just narrating it and it seems like it was all rosy. You heard about YMCA, the light bulb came on, and then you just jumped on it, the volunteer. But I know firsthand that those kind of things can be very, very challenging, especially for someone who hasn't been in that space before. It was totally something new for you, and the fact that you were able to see the value in what they were doing as a group that were focused on young people, and also intentionally take part in what they were doing, really is commendable. And I think we can all learn from that, beyond not being privileged.
Hello? Sequoia, are you there? Um, Hello? Hello?